into the night, the tornado watch continues for much of the area. We're on the street with full team coverage of the tropical weather rolling through the bluegrass. The heavy rain hitting all across central Kentucky. We're on the ground.
WLEX 18 News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Kevin Christopher. The tropical rain has arrived and with it some strong storms and flooding potential. Plenty of it. Bill's tracking what's left of Cindy and it appears there's plenty of it. The WLEX 18 Storm Tracker Weather Center.
Flood index is at 2 because we are looking at number one, a tornado watch coming through the air. There have been tornado warnings just 2 hours. So tornado and flood watches are up through the evening hours. Heavy rain, strong and severe thunderstorms still a very big part of our weather picture. It'll all be done by midnight. For many of us, even sooner than that. Max Cloud Doppler gets a tremendous area of rain running now from the Mountain Parkway arcing into northern Kentucky. Then it loops back into where the low center is, which at this point is going to be somewhere about the Washington-Marion County line. Anything, Joe? Okay, so so you're seeing that little bit of white, and then we'll zoom in on that eventually. But there's a tornado warning western parts of Marion County and the very southern part of Nelson County. Back to Versailles and heavy rain going from Winchester through Lexington, back to Versailles and Lawrenceburg, and it does loop back toward the actual center of circulation, which is to the southwest of Springfield, and actually just to the west of Lebanon now. More heavy rain continues out going along the 421 corridor and down I-75, but you can see the entire looping in here. Watch it come in. See, right there. That spinning right there is where the tornado warnings have been taking place, and again, that sits out just between E-Town and, say, Lebanon at this point. Tornado watch is up area-wide. We have a thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock for the northeast, and we finally finished with a flood watch that is up for everyone as well. Thunderstorms future track here real quick, and again, the heavy thunderstorms coming through the area. Now, 7 o'clock, they are still around, and this is a heavy tropical rain. It is pouring. Tiverton at Nat. That's near the Fayette Mall in Lexington. By 10 and 11 o'clock, that'll all be pushing off to the east as a new surge of heavy rain is falling on top of our station here on the north side of Lexington. Bottom line is, as we watch very active weather-wise, we'll have more for you in a couple of minutes. As we watch the water pile up here in central Kentucky, several states are already trying to clean up after Tropical Depression Cindy hit them. The hardest hit area seems to be this small town outside Birmingham, Alabama. An official with the National Weather Service said an EF2 tornado packing 120-mile-an-hour winds destroyed a shopping center there. When the roof pushed their way into a woman's home to help her get out of the rubble, when the roof came down.
We heard the lady yelling, open the door, so we all came and just pushed the door down and helped her out.
You guys, come on. Bag up. I get there.
I can't believe this. I do not believe this.
The woman. Our Storm Tracker team coverage in Kentucky continues in Lexington. That's where WLEX 18's Conroy Deluche is on the road with a live look at the wet conditions as you start your weekend. Conroy.
Well, hey, Kevin, we're on New Circle Road approaching the Nicholasville Road exit. The rain started falling more than an hour ago with heavy downpour wherever you may be heading. We're actually in a little bit of a slowdown right now as we approach the exit at Nicholasville Road, whereas you just heard there are reports of stalled vehicles over near Tiverton and Nixon. We're on our way, and we'll let you know as soon as we find out anything. John Bobel with Emergency Management says no matter how low you think standing water may be on the road, you do need to be careful.
You see people who are driving on both lanes of the road, and they'll drive through that standing water. It'll rush up into the engine compartment, flood the engine, and now it's time for police and fire to go and practice their rescue capabilities.
And his advice to drivers is to be safe, be smart, and get home in one piece. We're covering the roads in Lexington.
For everybody who's out in this stuff. That heavy rain's probably...
The threat index is at 2. We're kind of using this shot for you as a gauge as to the heaviness of the rain around downtown. It's raining or range. Our threat index is at a 2. Tornado threat certainly does exist. There's a tornado watch. Flash flooding is certainly a possibility as well. That watch continues through the night. Heavy rain, strong and severe thunderstorms, all a little bit sooner than that. Max Track Live Doppler, and we've been tracking everything here. And it is an interesting latter part of the afternoon. Bands of very heavy tropical rain continue to fall in. I mean, it is torrential. Severe thunderstorm warning is up for Marion, Nelson, Washington County. So it does include Springfield up to Mackville, almost all of Marion County. With this particular thunderstorm that did have a tornado warning, they're going to have to continue to monitor because there is a very definite circulation here. In fact, this is almost taking on a mini little meso-low characteristic. You've got one band sitting up here to the north and west, just about at Springfield. That's your center of rotation with that storm. Again, torrential rain, strong wind out of the west from Baruch County. There's that little bit of a lull in Lexington, but you see it's as heavy rain continues to surround Fayette County at the moment. What's up? Okay. So just a continuation of the warning we were telling you about. Aerial flood advisory, Fayette County, Woodford County, and then back through Jessamine County until 8:30. More aerial flood warnings. This is where it's just raining so hard that the drainage is getting water on roads. We've had reported some flooding in Lexington around Tiverton and Nicholasville Road, not far from Fayette Mall, the new Summit. Back through Anderson County, Mercer, Shelby, Woodford, that's a flood advisory. Franklin, Scott, up into Hairlock. Heavy rain going out the Mountain Parkway, US 460. More heavy rain northern part of Franklin County, northern part of Scott County, as well Sadieville, Minersville, back to Peaks Mill. It is pouring. So coming across big circulation at this point. If that tightens up, then you have the possibility of tornadoes, but it does indicate there is a whole lot of shear, and that is very close to what the center of Cindy is, what's left at 10 o'clock. It covers essentially the entire area. There's a flash flood watch through tonight, although with the heavy rain ending, that may be discontinued early, and there's a severe thunderstorm watch for the northeast until 10 o'clock. The big picture now going across the bluegrass. Corridor of heaviest rain looks to be from about I-64 and north. Big thunderstorm complex also diving to the south. So here's the future track. From 6 o'clock, and again, there's a coverage of very heavy rain. Try and bow out here. So some strong winds will be a possibility as well. 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Now the axis shifts into eastern Kentucky. 10 and 11 o'clock, same idea. Eastern Kentucky with the back edge of the main rain out in the hours after midnight. Very low tornado. Rain, the big calling card. And again, the axis of the heaviest rain may indeed include Lexington, a pretty general 1 to 3 inches, including the max track Doppler. Rain and strong storms mainly before midnight. Our threat index for will be in the mid-60s. Can't rule out an early.
Just $199.
Commonwealth Dodge, the Tri-State's #1 Dodge Ram dealer and home of a lifetime powertrain warranty. Commonwealth Dodge.